Hello, Steve here from outlawmedicphotos.com. Appreciate you joining me on my YouTube channel again. One thing you'll notice about a lot of videos on YouTube is that they tend to have a lot of shakiness. And honestly, a lot of my earlier videos have had the same issue. I apologize for that. You're either having to resort to set the camera on a stationary object to keep it totally still, or another option that is becoming quite popular and has been for a little while, but I just kind of became more familiar with it myself, is handheld gimbals. It takes a lot of the shakiness out of the video. So I'm actually did get one of these handheld gimbals, and I'm going to review that for you today and show you some of the sample footage from it. Right now I'm holding my GoPro by hand, so if it is a little bit shaky, I apologize, but there is a purpose to it, because I do want to show you the difference between holding it by hand or using a handheld gimbal to operate your GoPro. And I gotta tell you now already, just from the little testing I've done, the difference is amazing. So stick around, we're going to show you a little bit of footage, and if some of the shakiness gets you sick, I apologize. You might want to have a little of that Zofran or some other anti-nausea medicine on hand to kind of alleviate some of your motion sickness. But I promise it will get better. We're improving our equipment. Thank you for the feedback that people have done and the recommendations. And little by little, as we're able to, we're going to improve our videos and hopefully make them even of a higher quality that people are going to enjoy watching. I was reviewing a handheld gimbal by ICANN, the Fly X3. I did unbox it, and when I tried to use it, unfortunately it malfunctioned, and I had to end up sending it back in order to either get fixed or replaced. When I sent it back though, I was doing a little bit more checking, and I came up with another gimbal that I think for my purpose is going to be better than the ICANN Fly. Quality wise, I really can't judge, because obviously with the other gimbal not functioning really well, I wasn't really able to test it very well. But I ended up sending that one back, and I ended up getting a gimbal by Freevision. This one here is kind of tailored towards GoPro and action cameras of that size, and so I'll do a little review of this one. Received it in the mail, and I'll be honest, I did already open it up, charged up the batteries, that way I could show you immediately how well it performs. And I gotta say, the Freevision handheld gimbal here for the GoPro, I absolutely love it. It does an amazing job of holding the video steady and still. It's quite simple to use. Comes in a nice carry case here, kind of a hard padded plastic. It's got the charging cord in it and a simple handheld unit. Everything is pretty clear to understand in the instructions. Got a switch to loosen up this gimbal. All you do is you turn these manually, and everything is loose, ready to go. Now, mounting your GoPro camera in this Freevision Vilta handheld gimbal is very easy. It comes with the adapter in case you happen to have the Hero 3 or 4 version like I do, a Hero 3. The adapter slides right out of the cradle here. The GoPro camera itself slides right into this unit. Slide it right back into the case here, and then there's a little knob on the top that you just simply spin, and that will tighten. That'll keep that locked into place there. Now obviously I only have one GoPro camera. I can't unfortunately show you me putting it into the bracket, but it's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to do. The handle does separate from the main gimbal unit here by simply pushing a button and sliding it forward. Handle comes right off. You can test the battery on it by, there's a little trigger on this handheld handle here. You push the trigger, and there's 4 little blue lights that should light up here if it's fully charged, which in this sunlight it's probably hard to see, I apologize. But so the handle itself has a 6-hour roughly battery life to it. The gimbal itself here has a battery of approximately an hour to an hour and a half in it. This also has the attachments on the bottom for if you're wanting to hook up a special GoPro mount like a helmet or a chest harness or a handlebar harness for putting on a bike or something. It has that hookup so that you can mount it right to your setup. So that's pretty convenient, pretty functional. got a little joystick that you operate with your thumb here that actually moves the camera whatever direction you want to go. I'll show you some of this later in the video, but just wanted to show you some of the footage that I was able to get. I'm going to show you just some footage using the GoPro without the gimbal, and then footage with the gimbal in action to show you the incredible difference in the smoothness. So stick around and we're going to show you those video clips here now. Okay, so now I have the GoPro mounted in the Freevision Vilta handheld gimbal, and as you can see by moving it around, it is very smooth. I'm actually quite impressed with it. I didn't actually expect it to be even this smooth. I know they brag them up to be pretty incredible, but putting this one to the test of actually running with it, as you saw in the clips with the dog, it's really stable and I'm impressed. Battery life so far has been wonderful. I did also get the adapter that allows you to plug your GoPro directly into the gimbal, so that way it'll charge your GoPro right from the gimbal battery and not drain the battery in your GoPro. That's a nice feature if you're especially using it for longer video sequencing, which I tend to do, so that is a handy feature as well. And I gotta say, I'm loving it so far. No matter how I'm moving it, I mean, it holds it nice and still. And there's all kinds of different modes for clicking the trigger once to get it into a semi-follow mode where it'll pretty well stay focused in a certain direction. You hit the trigger twice and it'll stay completely focused in a certain direction, which I think it doesn't use the camera to focus on an object, whereas it more so remembers the position that you're holding the gimbal, and it will focus on that position rather than what it's actually seeing in the lens of the camera. You can, of course, through Wi-Fi, hook up your GoPro to the gimbal unit so that hitting buttons on your gimbal will start recording and stop recording with your GoPro. There is an app as well that you download for your phone. I have not experimented yet with all those options. I plan on doing that here in the future shortly. But right now I just wanted to get some footage up for people who are kind of trying to decide what gimbal is best for them and exactly how well the footage does look compared to just simply holding the GoPro on its own. I'll let you be the judge of it, but I say for me personally, I am really impressed, and I know that this Freevision Vilta gimbal is going to get a lot of use. Thanks for joining me. We're going to be posting some more videos using the new gimbal. Stay tuned for that. And if you have any comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below. If you like the video, please subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and we'll certainly look forward to bringing you more videos soon. Thanks, and we'll look forward to seeing you later.